without getting paid.
But you see how much kidnappers are picking for victims.
My thing is, government will all the stakeholders will get that, and I think we get that. The 3% for the oil producing community is too low.
So the support that is needed, and once you get the support, your airline people will blossom.
This is Nigeria. You need to give people sense of belonging.
Why will a medical doctor work for 9 months, 16 months, 19 months without getting paid?
But you see how much kidnappers are picking for victims.
My thing is, government will all the stakeholders will get that, and I think we get that. The 3% for the oil producing community is too low.
So the support that is needed, and once you get the support, your airline people will blossom.
This is Nigeria. You need to give people sense of belonging.
Good morning, viewers. Welcome to the Tuesday edition of Inside Nigeria. My name is Bode Badebo. As usual, we shall be looking at front page stories of some national dailies, beginning with Nigeria's most influential newspaper, The Leadership, and as well have a discussion about a trending issue of the day. And of course, without much ado, let's start with the first newspaper on our menu. Nigeria's most influential newspaper, The Leadership, on the front page, 2023 presidency, Jonathan's picture with APC chairman Adamu sparks membership controversy. 2023 presidency, Jonathan picture with APC chairman Adamu sparks membership controversy. As ex-president rejects APC nomination forms from Northern Group, Lawan Ayade Silva pick forms. Bakari declares Kalu withdraws back Lawan. Number of APC presidential aspirants now 27. And of course, that's the story on the front page of Leadership this morning, with the quotes from different sources talking about the controversy about Jonathan membership of the APC, and as well his decision to vie for the presidency in 2023. There are quotes from his spokesperson. There are quotes from President Muhammadu Buhari's personal assistant on new media, Bashir Ahmed, and of course there are quotes from another associate of Jonathan, and of course he is the Barrister State Chairman of the APC, Barrister Dennis Otio. And of course there is the one from Bashir Ahmed, and of course there is the one from Jonathan spokesperson. Grab a copy of Leadership and see what they are saying. For now, we can only keep our fingers crossed. Let's move to our sister publication, The National Economy. On the front page of National Economy this morning, an interesting story that appeal to ordinary Nigerians on the streets. Federal government telcos disagree over new 5% duty on recharge cards. Federal government telcos disagree over new 5% duty on recharge cards. Multiple taxes levy not good for sector, according to operators. And of course, the last rider to the story is saying new tax will boost government revenue, according to CITN. And of course, CITN is the Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria. New tax will boost government revenue. Different stroke for different folks. Everybody is talking from different perspective. Federal government telcos disagree over new 5% duty on recharge cards. While the operators are saying multiple taxes levy not good for the sector, the CITN is saying new tax will boost government revenue. And of course, that is that on the front page of our sister publication, The National Economy. Let's see what we have on this day, 2023. Jonathan meets Adamu hours after group purchase forms on his behalf. 2023. Jonathan meets Adamu hours after group purchase forms on his behalf. Ex-president says he didn't authorize purchase of APC forms. 72 hours after, another group bought form for additional, and of course additional is Dr. Akiwumi Additional, the president of the African Development Bank, is yet to deny presidential ambition. 72 hours after another group bought forms for additional is yet to deny presidential ambition. Sale of forms closes today. 25 presidential aspirants just to for APC tickets. Lawan Silva Ayade joined race as Bakari formally declares. We also saw this on the front page of Leadership earlier. Now let's look at an interesting story on the last newspaper on our menu this morning, The Punch. Presidential bid, INEC, CBN partnership under threat over Emefiele's APC membership. Presidential bid, INEC, CBN partnership under threat over Emefiele's APC membership. Commission to review CBN's role may move ballot papers from banks' vaults. CBN can't be trusted with sensitive materials under Emefiele, according to MBA and CSOs. No fear over Apex Bank's governor's presidential bid, says ex-INEC commissioner. We don't know which former commissioner is that. We'll grab a copy of the Punch newspaper to see the identity of the former INEC commissioner vowing for Emefiele, saying no fear over Apex Bank's governor's presidential bid. And that's that on the front page of the Punch. We'll go on a short break. When we come back, I shall be speaking to Dr. Salahu Mohammed Abubakar, the zonal coordinator of Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, Abuja Zone, on the ASU's continued strike. Don't go away.
For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.
without getting paid.
But you see how much kidnappers are taking from victims.
My thing is, problem with the, I think all the stakeholders in this, they need get that, and I think we get that.
The 3% for the oil producing community is too low.
So the support that is needed. And once you get the support, your energy will blossom.
This is Nigeria. You need to give people sense of belonging.
Why will a medical doctor work for 9 months, 16 months, 19 months without getting paid?
But you see how much kidnappers are taking from victims.
My thing is, problem with the, I think all the stakeholders in this, they need get that, and I think we get that.
The 3% for the oil producing community is too low.
So the support that is needed. And once you get the support, your energy will blossom.
This is Nigeria. You need to give people sense of belonging.
Inside Nigeria, keeping you informed on what matters.
All right, welcome back. It's still Inside Nigeria for this Tuesday morning. We have been joined by Dr. Salau Mohammed Lawal as Zonal Coordinator Abuja Bai. Good morning, Dr. Lawal.
Okay, is it better?
It's nice you join us.
Good morning, sir.
Many thanks to you for joining
for the
us.
invitation.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
I don't know if you can hear me very well. Can you hear me very well?
Yes, I'm hearing you, sir. I'm hearing you.
All right, all right, let's go straight to business for want of time, Dr. Lawal. Now, just yesterday, your rollover industrial action expired after 2 months, and you also declared another one for another 3 months. That's 12 weeks. Now, where are we? What are the issues still? What are still the issues? Let Nigerians know your position before we start to see you as being insensitive to the plight of Nigerian students.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much for the question. The situation has not changed. The issues remain what we have been discussing and struggling for with the government. The issues are: 1, revitalization of Nigerian public universities through increase in funding. 2, there is issue of renegotiation of FGN ASU 2009 agreement. 3, there is issue of end academic allowance. 4, we are also We also tabled before the government the problem of IPPIS, which they challenged us, and we came up with what we refer to as UTAS. All these and many more are the issues before the government, which they have not given attention to as expected. In summary, these are the major issues of contention.
All right, Dr. Lawal, these issues are very, very clear and they are not new. They've been there for many years now. Now, during
Yes.
your last engagement with the government negotiation team, what was the position of government? Or what is the position of government as we speak? What are they telling you?
You see, if you could remember, federal government set up a Babalakin committee,
Yes.
which dragged on for years without making any progress. That committee was replaced by a Mozale committee, who in his own wisdom, within 6 months, will reach a level of agreement, which he submitted to the government since 2021. Government refused to act on that document. And when, after series of correspondence with the government, and the response was very negative, the union embarked on another industrial action. The government, after some time, came up with BRICS committee. BRICS committee wrote twice to the union, and the union replied. The last time the BRICS committee invited our leadership, BRICS committee didn't discuss what we expect him to discuss. Rather, he kept on telling us about the stakeholders that he has contacted, and unfortunately, these stakeholders that he contacted have nothing to do with that negotiation. So you can see he was chasing. He was not in touch with the reality of the time, and since then, we have not been invited for further discussion. Only for us to hear from the slippery Minister of Labour saying that they have reached certain agreement and that have been submitted to the government. Well, we are waiting. We are waiting. We are open to dialogue. Anytime we are invited, we'll be there. So these are the issues. That is the situation for now. We are waiting for the government to invite us. Are you hearing me?
All right, Doctor. Yes, I'm hearing you, Dr. Lawal. Now, I've had that position of yours. Now, let's talk about the fate of Nigerian students. These students have been at home for months now. I don't know. This is a case of two elephants fighting and the grass, suffering. The Nigerian students in this context are the grass, while the two elephants are you, ASU, and the federal government of Nigeria. No, I don't know. What kind of feeling do you have our Nigerian students at this moment, in this situation?
Thank you very much. I'm not only a lecturer, I'm also a parent. Apart from 3 of my own biological children that are at various levels of university education, I also have a number of nephews that I'm sponsoring. All of them are now in my house. About 8 of them in my house now. I fought for them, but the reason why they are at home is not the fault of ASU, but the insensitivity of the government of the day. You can look, if you observe very well, of recent, within a short period of time, government is talking of raising 4 trillion naira that will benefit only a handful of Nigeria, which they said is fuel subsidy. Fuel subsidy for what? You don't subsidize services. You subsidize production. That is 1. 2, just yesterday here, air operators treating to go on strike or to down tool on Monday. But because government officials and their cohorts are the one patronizing air transportation, within 24 hours, for the first time, even the central bank governor was invited to a roundtable discussion, and that industrial action was aborted. Now look at the situation of education. For how long have we been on it? Yet government is insensitive. If you could remember, in January, I think it was in January or February, the president set up a 3-man committee under the chairmanship of chief of staff, and the members supposed to be Minister of Labor and Minister of Education. Even for once, that committee has not met. Talk less of inviting the union. Assuming that they have their own children in public universities, they would have taken an action. Let me take you back again to what happened sometimes ago, about 2 or 3 months ago, when a member of Senate raised an issue concerning the plight of students, and he urged his members to support his bill that will ensure that any elected officer of Nigerian government should not have their children schooling either in private university or abroad. They should be made to attend public universities. He was shut down. So you can see there is that issue of a sort of collaboration between the executive arm of government and even the legislative. And that is why students are not in the school. That is why students are still at home. So as union leaders, as union people, as academics, we felt for our students. We are not happy not doing our work. We are not happy not doing our work. But government fostered that action on us. So as far as we are concerned, we felt for Nigerian students, and it's because of part of our demand is what will make education so meaningful to what will make the university system so functional, having the required facilities, having the required equipment. Students should be able to learn in a serene environment. But if you visit any public universities today, in any department, the student population is so much that even classroom cannot contain them. Even a class cannot contain a level where you have 40% of the students in the classroom, over 60, the remaining 60 are outside. How will you have effective lecture there? The laboratories that these students are supposed to use, most laboratories in public universities cannot take more than 50. Take an example of microbiology department. In many Nigerian universities, you have microbiology students running between 120 to 200 for a laboratory that will serve them, which cannot carry more than 50 students. So you see the situation. We fell for the students, but the government officials are not taking along the same line with us. They are not taking along the same line with us because their children are not attending the public university. As far as they are concerned, let them roll. Let them remain at home. That is our stand. And that is my belief as a parent.
All right, Dr. Lawal, because of time, let me quickly ask you. Now, the situation we have found ourselves as a body, I mean, ASU. So who do you think is responsible for this inability to achieve resolution of all these issues you have outlined about tertiary education in Nigeria? Are you saying, is it the government as a whole or the Minister of Education?
Minister of Labor and Minister of Education should be held responsible. The two of them They are very, very irresponsible. And they have no faith, they have no faith in the Nigerian project. If they have faith in the Nigerian project, they will not behave like that. Most especially Minister of Labour. He behaved like a gangster. So they should be held responsible, not the union. Today, if our leadership is invited, in the next 1 hour, they will be there. So we are ready for dialogue. We are ready to resolve all the issues. But the government is not ready. Don't blame the government. Hold the government responsible. And hold Minister of Education and Minister of Labour responsible.
All right, Dr. Lawal, you know, I know you follow also what is happening on the political scene. You know, in the last 2 weeks or so, presidential aspirants have been springing up, obtaining forms to contest for the office of the president in the 2023 elections at the cost of 100 million naira in APC and I think 45 million naira in PDP. Let me just talk about the two major political parties. Now, seeing all this happening, what comes to your mind about government position on paucity of funds, lack of money, why political office holders are churning out hundreds of millions in order to remain in office? What comes to your mind as a person and, you know, as an academic?
That is an unfortunate situation that we found ourselves in Nigeria. A situation where students remain at home, public universities closed for 3 months now, and because people want to become Nigerian president, they are chunking out 100 million naira just to express the intent and obtain nomination form. That is madness. So the issue of paucity of fund does not even arise. There is fund. If there is no fund, they will not attend to aviation challenges that we had of recent. If there is no fund, they will not attend to challenges of fuel subsidy. If there is no fund, in fact, to me, what they are doing, they are just laundering money. It's money laundering. What APC is doing is money laundering. As of today, about 24 or so have purchased the form at the, for presidential office only. About 24 of them. And you claim that there is no fund. And if you look at those that are obtained funds, they are mostly either former ministers, serving ministers, former governors, serving governors, members of the Senate. So they are trading with the money. They are trading with the money. So the issue of paucity of funds has not even arisen. What should be our priority is the issue of prioritizing what the government wants to do. And for us, education should come first. Education should come second. Education should come third. Look at the level of development in the West. At a time, former British Prime Minister was asked, what is his priority in government? He said, number 1, education. Number 2, education. Number 3, education. But in Nigeria, reverse is the case. Because they have stolen so much, they have taken from government coffers, they force their children to go and study outside the country from government coffer, leaving the children of the masses to their fate. So as far as I am concerned, as a citizen of Nigeria, as an academic staff, and as a unionist, the issue of paucity of fund has not even arisen. It is just misplaced of priority.
All right, Doctor, we have run out of time. Finally, let me ask you, is there no other option available for you to ventilate your anger or grievances with the government instead of the continued strike action, which has kept Nigerian students at home and hiding for many months? Is there no any other options available? For example, like seeking audience with the President of the Federal Republic, since you have lost confidence in both Minister of Education and that of Labor and Employment?
Thank you very much. You see, if you see ASU embarking on strike, it usually takes between 1 year and 6 months before they embark on strike. And within this period, they might have written series of letters to concerned or designated officers of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That is one. Two, they might have also discussed with a number of principal officers in the government. Severally, the union leadership has met with chief of staff. Severally, they have met with the principal officers of the National Assembly, the Senate President, and the Speaker House of Representatives. They have also met with concerned individuals. NAREC also invited the union, and the union listened to them, present their issues. So the issue of other alternatives, there are so many alternatives, but because that's why we are
Dr.
on
Lau, are you still with me?
strike today. That's
Well,
why
since we're having
we
challenges,
are on strike
please.
today.
As like we have been a challenge with connection to Dr. Salau Mohammed Lawal, ASU Zonal Coordinator, Abuja branch, but I believe he has made his point in the last 20 minutes or so. Many thanks to Dr. Salau Mohammed Lawal, ASU Zonal Coordinator, Abuja Zone, for creating time to join us this morning on the lingering issue of ASU strike and the fate of Nigeria as students. On that note, we come to the end of Inside Nigeria for this Tuesday morning. Make a date with us tomorrow for the midweek edition, where Winifred Obebo will be holding our fort. For now, my name remains Bode Gbadebo. It's bye from here.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.